Hi everybody, welcome to Sessions with Sush with me, Sureshni Ryder. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've had so many comments about the previous videos that I've put up. Like I said, I'm new to this and I'm just sharing my world with all of you, so welcome. So in today's episode with Sessions with Sush, it's the important market day. So my little one is in grade 1, she's 7 years old, and part of her thing at school is she has to sell something at market day. So if you've never heard of market day, basically it's like a massive expo but with little kids. So they sell everything from donuts to sweets to rainbow pencils. And Parvani chose something different. She wanted to make something called a bag tag. And she said, Mommy, it's called a beaded bag tag. And this is basically what we're going to make today. The bag tag goes on their school bag. And the reason why she wanted to make it is that at her school, the color of the official school bag is navy. And if everybody has a navy bag, it's kind of difficult to find your own bag. And she wanted to make it special and customized and fun. And it can also go on your keychain as well as your little pencil bag. So I thought these are quite cool and bang for your buck. They're inexpensive to make. It's something that we had to find that it was easy to make and wasn't going to cost us arms, legs, and everything else. So here we are, beaded bag tags. So to begin the session, before I went out and spent fortunes and fortunes, which is what a lot of parents are going to be doing for market day, because kids have these outlandish ideas and want to create beautiful things, but it's expensive. Also, you have to pay a trading license, and you also have to make sure what you sell brings the kids some kind of profit, because in this case, she gets to keep a profit. I basically went into her cupboard, my husband's garage, and out and about in the house. She was given quite a few gift things. So beads were always, bead projects were always part of the gifts. I found the little key rings in Lee's garage, and charms, like I said, I spent 20 Rand on 50 charms, and that was like a good investment, because I do know she is going to use it at some point later in the year or at parties. It could also make a good, cool gift for a friend. So I went searching around the house first before I went out and bought the extras. I found the twine in his garage. I found the little gut also in the garage. It's fish gut. So it was things that I found around the house. Try and do that first, then go out and shop. And if you want to look for stuff, easy. Craft stores have it, hardware stores have it. Look for things that are easy to find. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So here's the detailed list of what you're going to need to make beaded bag tags. So here's the process to begin beaded bag tags. So this is exactly what the beaded bag tags look like at the end. So we made like different ones. That's very hippie, I quite like that. Pink and blue will never do because all the boys will wink at you. And then there's one more opportunity, is like a pink princess one. So Parvani wanted to make them for her friends at school, and we thought the girls and boys might like it. I mean, boys might like to buy this for themselves or for their moms. We might make some cool bag tags for longer luggage. And you can see they're at different lengths as well as you go. Look, the beads were lying around the house. They're inexpensive to buy. You get them at gift stores. We made a little bit of a difference. So one might be cool for a guy, for a girl, or for a mom, or for a dad. They work well in your luggage. They work well in your little handbags, or even on your keychains. So that's what we're going to be making at the end of the result. And then basically you needed all of these fancy things. So one of the things she said her friend liked was the colors pink and green. So I selected those beads. And then I thought like a nice gold hook. And yeah, let's begin. Okay, so she wanted her friends to have hearts and angels. So looking at the little charm list, I found some hearts and angels. I actually found this at a store in Joburg. It's like a scratch patch. Like, you know, you scratch patch for rocks, but how cool is this? You can get 50 charms for like 20 bucks. But you've got to sit there, obviously, and work through all the odds and ends like I did. But these are, and they're quite pretty. I mean, look at that. That's really nice. There's some really fun ones like swords. So if you are making for boys and girls. So like I said, not too expensive to make. So we're choosing hearts and angels today. So let's move all the other goodies out that way. And then she wanted pink beads, light pink apparently, because she's quite fussy. I found these really cool crystal ones, or these greens. Now, Parvani gets invited to some really cool events, and one of the things she was invited to recently was a My Little Pony launch, and there was a scratch patch for beads, so these were an absolute win in her goodie bag. I got that. this is very cool. Depending on what you want to make, because we're making beaded bag tags, so you have two options of key rings. The little ones for a packet of 100 was only 36 Rand, and you can get that at a hardware store, and you can also choose the bigger rings. I prefer working with these. These are nice and neater, because if you look at the actual school zip, they're quite small, the actual hole for a zip, so this would be easier for the kids to work with. Right, so we're going to use the small rings for today, and then because you're making 4, I'll get 4 little rings out. Okay, so you're going to need gut to put the beads together. This I find was the ideal one. It's got elasticity, which is quite nice because it'll help you with the beads. Plus, you're going to need to actually make little knots. I have tried thicker ones. They don't work for me specifically because the bead hole is quite tiny. So these little ones were quite bendy and easy to use. And these were literally 12 Rand, and it's nearly like half a meter. And that was quite nice. So I've got tons of these. And then charms. And this I was given as a gift, which is such a handy thing. If you are a regular crafter, I'm not, I'm still learning. These little hooks, they actually sell them quite nicely because they also form, if you want to make a necklace, then you'd have the other part. So buy them in a set, you'll never know when you're going to need them. We're only going to need this one though, okay? I chose gold, they're nice warm colors for now. In fact, I also have silver, so I might just go with silver. Let's try silver. Okay, so first up is the elastic band or the twine or the fish gut. Apparently that works pretty well as well. I like this one. Like I said, it wasn't too expensive. It's got that nice bounce in it. So you take a piece, obviously measure the kind of length that you want. I'm going with an average size, which is that. Okay, we're going with a silver hook. Thread it through the little hole and bring it over. Okay, just to make sure. Now, to firmly secure things, what I realized after many times of making these as practice rounds, look, like I said, as a disclaimer, I'm not a professional bead maker, and hats off to any lady or any man that spends hours making these beautiful charms. Basically, at school, we had to come up with an idea that was simple, cost effective, and also nice for the kiddies to make, and some of the kids to buy. So, this is me trying. Right, middle heart. Then we went for putting them together. She wanted pink and green. So this is also the fun part. You can use your imagination. So I thought we can go with 2 pink beads and a green bead, or 2 green beads and a pink bead, whatever your heart desires. You start out like that. So this is why this gut works well, because you can see how tiny that little hole is in the bead. And you start threading. Okay, so we'll come to the end of this. Got one little thing to thread in. Tricky. There we go. So what I did here was, now if I knotted it, it's going to get lost because it's quite thin twine, so you're going to have an unnecessary bump. So what you now need to do is figure out the charm that will go at the end. So the first little request from Pavani's friend was she wanted a heart and she wanted an angel. Well, that's quite sweet. So what we do is we start with threading the heart. So whatever charm, even if you choose one charm, it's fine. Okay, so she wanted hearts and angels. Okay. And look, it's quite a bargain for $5. This is obviously worth much more, but it's a kid's thing, and I wanted her to appreciate the idea, something that was handmade with love, that she got to make. Okay. Okay, just knot it a couple of times. I'm very fussy about knots. I don't want this to unravel, and it's quite nice. Look what it can do for you. Okay. So this is why I preferred using this as opposed to the other thick ones, because you can't really make nice knots. Also, please note, these are very slippery. They will come out. Okay, so you make a couple of knots where you want, and go and go and go until the end. And then there you have it. And there you have it, Sessions with Sush for Market Day. We found a pretty little tree that was about $40. It's a nice little presentation tree actually, because the school did inform all the parents that all the kids will be getting is a tiny little table, so you don't want to have these things lying all over the place. But these are our beaded bag tags. They were really simple to make, they were a lot of fun, they're very colorful, and I hope for $5 they go out and support my child. Sessions with Sush, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I do hope that you could just subscribe. I do have lots and lots planned for you, and they might not always be about beads or fun things with kids. I've got lots in store, so subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.